All right, so for this week, we're going to finish up the nonfiction signposts. So if you look in your notebook on page 13, you should already have these down from the week before we went on break. And we're going to do 2 more today. And we're just going to kind of follow through your assignment that was in Schoology over here. So you guys clicked on this link to get to this video. And then, again, we're doing the nonfiction signposts. Just a reminder that on page 11 in your notebook, it also gives you those nonfiction signposts. And when you're going to notice, or when you notice something, it makes you to stop and then ask yourself these questions. So signposts are places within a place of nonfiction for this one that you need to stop and think. Ask yourself why. How does this impact you? How does this impact what you know? That kind of thing. Okay, so why does this matter? That's on page 11. But we are going to be writing notes, finishing the notes, on page 13 for nonfiction signposts. I'm going to go ahead and do this now because I think it may be a little confusing. So last quarter, we did fiction signposts, which are these over here. I'm just going to have you write this really quickly just so you know what this is. So we're on this side on page 12. I want you to write fiction signposts somewhere. I don't care where you end up doing it. I'm going to put a circle around it just to remind myself that these ones on this page, on page 12, are fiction signposts. So go ahead and write that. If you need to pause, that's fine. And then on page 13, where the nonfiction signposts are, there's actually only 5 of them. So we're going to have one box that's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and just use one box to write nonfiction signposts. So I'm going to have you do the same thing. Nonfiction signposts. And I can circle it just because I circled the other one. But that just reminds us that on page 13, that's nonfiction signposts, and on page 12, it's fiction signposts. Okay? I'm going to kind of go through what you need to do on the next slide, and then we'll come back and write down notes on the next slide. So if you guys look over on the left-hand side of your screen where it says slide 3, this is the slide you're going to do next. It's quoted words. So what this one is that when you see that there are quotes in a piece, you need to understand that it's a personal perspective, or it's a voice of authority, which is an expert, or it's researched information. So when you see that there are quotes in there, you need to stop. You need to ask yourself, what was this person or source, what was this person or source quoted or cited, and what did it add? Okay, so why were these specific people or sources quoted? What does it add to the story? How does that impact the story? How does that impact you as the reader? How does that, maybe it shares a bias? I don't know. So you want to ask yourself those questions. So when you see quotes in a piece, you want to stop and ask yourself. Okay, so what you're going to do here is the things that are highlighted in purple, you are going to go to. And I'm going to have you watch those videos and look at them. Anyway, sorry. One of them you're not going to. I'm actually going to do this one, and I will change the highlight here. This one I'm going to, actually I can just do it right now. Hang with me just a second, because this one's this is an article, so it's not a video. So I'm going to highlight that a different color. We'll do that in blue. So, oh, that didn't work because I hit the wrong one. Blue's over here. Okay, so the one that is highlighted in blue, do not do that one. I will do that one on the next video while we're taking the notes, okay? So your job right now is to do the intro video, which is up here, and it's also to do the blind pole vaulter interview, and I want you to watch those 2 things, and then you're gonna come back to me on slide 4, and we'll take some notes, and then we'll also go through the one that's highlighted in blue together and take notes on that as well, okay? All right. Things that are highlighted in purple, you need to go do now, and then I'll see you again on slide 4. Awesome.